Hi everyone, this is Jared from DB Services. Uh, Today we're going to be going over the FM Quick Start 17. The FM Quick Start 17, for any of you that don't know what it is a free CRM template built by our team of certified developers to allow you to use and customize your FileMaker application. Now the nice thing with the FM Quick Start is it's built and designed to use the latest version of FileMaker and has 7 modules to work from, and 2 of those modules are brand new. That would be the companies and locations modules. First, we're going to start off with the dashboard module. So with the dashboard module, you will see that you got the open quotes and prospects, and these are the action items that you have assigned for yourself or someone else, and to be able to follow up on those. So with the prospects, you have the option to create these follow-ups and know who you're following up with, where they're located at, so you know when's a good time to call, and also who is assigned to call them as a salesperson. And then you have the follow-up dates, so you know what date they're going to be following up with, and also what they're specifically following up with. And so you have these options, and you can also click on the prospect names and go to their contact record, which would be in the contacts module. And so you have that option with the prospects and the following up. Now with the open quotes, you see the quotes that have been created in the past and what the status of those are, just so you have visibility of what's being worked on, what's in discussions, and you can also check in with your salespeople and see, hey, where are these at, and what is the course of action to take in the future, just so you're kind of up to date and knowing what's going on. And then also a nice thing with the dashboards, you have the quick actions box right over here on the right. And with this box, you can create a new contact, quote, or invoice very quickly. Just by clicking this button, it brings you up to a new page for either contacts and quote or invoices to create. Let's say, for example, if somebody were to call you and you need to get something created right away, it saves you time instead of just fumbling around trying to find the right place to go. So this is a very convenient tool to use with the dashboard on the FM Quick Start 17. Next, you have the companies module. And with the companies module, the first thing that will pop up is the list of current companies that you're working with, whether they're customers or prospects. And you can see right here that it identifies which they are. And you can also create new company right up here by clicking this button. But let's go in and select one of these and kind of look at what comes up. So when the companies module comes up for a specific company, you'll see that in the details section you get the name of the company, but also who's assigned to that company. So that way you know who's working with that company, and if you ever need updates on what's going on with that company and where you're going, what direction, you have somebody, you know who to go and refer to instead of asking around. And you also have the source and the type of company that they are for you, so the prospect or a customer. And with the source, you kind of know if they're referred from you to you, or if they just were looking you up, or if by some way you stumbled upon them. And over here, you also get to identify the industry they are in. That way, you know what they specifically do, and maybe someone in your company is more familiar with companies in that industry and be better suited to work with them. That'll make things a lot more efficient and better communication, build that relationship with that company. You can also add notes right here as well for any additional information that needs to be added on. And now down here, you have the locations, the contacts, and the documents that are with this company. The locations are created in the locations module, which we'll visit next. And if you need to go make any changes to those locations, you can always click on these right here, and it'll take you straight to the locations module. Now, with the contacts, you see all the contacts affiliated with this organization. Now, you can click on these contacts and go straight to them, and it shows what their position is with the company as well. And you can always create a new contact as well if it's someone that has not been introduced to you yet. And then documents are what any documents that have been used before. This could be a non-for-profit document, non-disclosure, any kind of document that is affiliated and needed with this company and something they refer to in the future. Next, we will go to the Locations tab, like we said, is right here. We'll go up here and go to it, and here you'll see all the locations that have been created for each of the organizations and contacts in the FM Quick Start. So we went to Manifest Destinations. With this, you'll see that you got the address right here, and you can also view that in opening Google Maps. So by clicking on this, you will see it'll pop up on your Google Chrome and show you where they're located at in this area, and be able to get directions that way, which is very convenient and easy if you're going to be on site or visiting them for a meeting. And so this information right here is where you put the address in, obviously. And down here, you'll have the contacts affiliated with this address. Even though they might be with that organization, they might be specifically with that with that address or what the organization is located at, especially if companies have multiple locations. That helps identify and makes it a lot easier to know where to go to meet. And you also add documents and notes as well. So if you need to also make a new location or you just want to duplicate it, you can use these buttons right up here to create a new location as well for an organization, which is very convenient and makes it a lot simpler. So the next module we'll visit is the contacts, and here you got the list of contacts that you have in your application with the FM Quick Start 17, and you can get the view where they're located at the company, what kind of contact they are, whether it's a customer or prospect, and whether they're active or if they have left the organization as well. So first, we're going to go check out the Joe Blake contact. And here you got the basic contact information of where they work, what their title is in the organization, what organization they're with. Then you also have the option to say who has ownership in your company with this contact, so you know who's directly working with them, and also where you initially got contact with them, whether it was the web, contact form, or referral, or anything. And then here in the contact methods, you can add any contact method, whether it's phone, email, fax. You can add those in. And the nice thing is you can add as many as you want. So you can add as many phone numbers, emails, or fax numbers that you want. And you can also identify what kind of contact it is, so you can identify, because this could be their work or their cell. That way you know which one is it, which number it is, and what it's used for. Then down here you also have the follow-ups, and this is where you can create the follow-ups for these contacts. And when you create this, it'll translate and go straight to the dashboard. As you can see, Joe Blake is on here. And this is where you put that information to have that appear on the dashboard. And also you got the quotes and invoices associated with these contacts, and it pops up right here. And you can click on the quotes right here to go straight to the quotes module and see those quotes. And you can also create new quotes right here to be associated with this contact. And right here you have the same thing with the invoices, very similar to the quotes. You can create a new invoice right here, what they're being invoiced for, and the status of that. And then documents as well for anything that needs to be associated with this contact. And you can also track the amount of the sales or projects with these contacts. That way to give you an idea of what's been going on and if it's been an upward trajectory and what kind of contact, customer, prospect they could potentially be or are. So next we're going to go check out the quotes. And we're going to go straight to Manifest Destinations. So with the Manifest Destinations, on the quote, you just basically get to see the quote and who it is and status of it, whether it's been approved, pending, sent, or canceled, date, and who is the salesperson associated with it. You can add the billing, and shipping location. And they may be different, and that might be for the locations, and those are drawn from the locations module. So they can be the same, as you can see right here, or they can be different, and you can just choose or create a new location to go with that. And then the quotes for this contact are displayed in below, showing all the quotes they've been, and right now it's just this one quote, along with the documents that are here for it. And then to the right, you see the shipping and tax of what it would be, and you can put that information as well. And then you can go straight to the invoice as well by clicking this button. Next, we're going to go check out the invoice module. Now, with the invoice module, it's very similar to the quote module, where everything right here is the same, except this is just for the invoice, and you see what's been invoiced down here. And as you can see, there's been no payments made, so you know this has not been paid yet, and you can tell it's pending from right here in the status. So that way you know where this invoice is and and the status of that, and you can follow up with the salesperson and why, knowing why it's pending or when this is going to be acted upon. So you have those options and that information right here on the invoice page for this contact. And obviously the billing and shipping information, just like the quote module, are right here. And then you get the shipping and tax. And you can go to the quote right here to go visit the quote and see whenever it be a quick change. So if we click on this, go straight to the quote. Very nice, convenient, and quick. Next, we'll go to the quote reports section module of this. And with the reports module, you can look at all the reports from previous sales quotes to know what's going on. So we can do accounts receivable or sales, and we'll stick with sales right now. And here you can choose the criteria, which can be the length of it, and we're just going to go with all. And you can choose the salesperson that you want to look and see what their report is and what they've done for you. That way you can see how they've been performing and know what's going on and how they're helping the company. So if you just click Run Report, we just had one invoice created, and you can see that's pending and how much it is. And you can, by clicking this Go button, you can go straight to the invoice, and you can also print it as well, the report right here, so you have it as a physical copy. So if you click right here, it goes straight to the invoice. And that's it for the sales report. And here, with the setup, you can set up what products you have. So you see the products that we currently have on the FM Quick Start 17. And you can also create new products right here. And you can create the SKU number, the category, all this information right here. And with this, you can refer to it and use it when you're giving quotes or invoicing. That way it's easier to access. Now with the preference, this is just the information of who you are for your company and what you want it to look like. So you can change the logo for what it is. As you can see, it's right here. It's just FM Quick Start. And you can insert it to be more customized to your company and your brand. Instead, this is just specifically for the FM Quick Start. And you can change the main contact information for this application. And lastly, for the users, you have the test user and the demo. You can add users to who has access to use this FileMaker application. That way you know who's available and has been given access so they can use it, and so no one else can use it as well. It makes it a lot more safe, and also you're able to control that as well. Now, in conclusion, with the FM Quick Start 17, we did add 2 more modules with the company's locations, which has been a mass improvement to help make it a lot easier to add companies and locations and make them associated with every other module. If you're looking to use the FM Quick Start, you can go to our website and download the template for free, and you can utilize it as you may need. If you need any assistance with it to help customize your application, we do offer custom project work that can help make your dream custom application come true. And if you want to learn more about the FileMaker 17 platform, you can go to our article on our website to review that and learn more about the FileMaker 17 platform as well. Everyone, it's been great going over the FM Quick Start 17, and I hope you enjoy it and make your dream application come true. Thanks.